In this video, you guys will see some awesome rock racing action from Axialfest Badlands, Day 3, as well as some interviews with some industry insiders from Horizon, Big Squid, Proline, and more. So stick around. Oh man, getting crazy. All right, guys, it is Day 3 here at Axialfest. It's sunny, hot. We're gonna be standing out in the middle of the rock quarry, in the middle of the sun, getting beat. But it's rock racing day, and I've got my Bomber 2.2, and that's gonna be in basically the spec class or stock class, which just means it's brushed motors. And then I'm running my custom rock bouncer that's based off of the Axial Wraith and the Wraith transmission and all that. And that is gonna be in the open class. It's brushless, and so yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So let's get to it. Rundown at the finish.
I was shaking. I was so nervous.
Always had wanted to get my wife involved in my hobby, and so for this Valentine's Day I got her a SCX 10.2 Axial Raw Builders Kit, and said, well, why don't you put it together and we'll go from there. So she decided to start her own Instagram account just for that. After that, it's just, she just loved it, loved seeing how it worked and putting it together. She'd come ask me pointers and tips and I'd help her out, but she put most of it together herself, and just, it was really all anticipation for coming out to Axialfest in Badlands and hanging out, having fun, and we had a blast.
All right, and back to the action with my first qualifier for the 2.2 Open. This is my custom truck. I'm gonna let this whole race run for you guys so you can see how it works. But I'm trying to film as I'm up there racing, so it's not always the best. And this one I did get out to a quick lead, which was great because it tends to crash more when you're in the mix and bumping into each other. It's a very technical course, and it's very easy to roll over, so you know, slow is fast with this. The mud did have the possibility to kill you. Brushless was a little bit better than brushed, but you'll see right up here, after you go through this mud, you go through a huge blind corner, and in that they had plastic parts of the cars and things like that that you could bump into. They were from like the side-by-sides and stuff. So pretty crazy blind corner, and that could throw you. It, you know, was just a really hard technical course, but a lot of fun.
And you gotta roll back over.
It's only the qualifier. Yeah. Gotta finish.
Oh no!
I hear crackling in my disc. Someone going into me. For my transmission.
We have a winner, number 4.
All right, we got first place in the qualifier. Didn't really need first, just had to be top 3, but it did well. I hear some clicking though inside. See if we make it all the races.
Axialfest is for the axial enthusiasts.
Yeah.
You know, it's an appreciation event to get all the axial people together, have, you know, a good time.
Yeah.
Hit the trails in the woods, spend some time afterwards in the campgrounds, just sharing trail stories and, you know, things from the day and
Yes.
the experiences with the races and the competitions and just hanging out together.
Why here? Why the Midwest? Why the Badlands Park?
Why not? It's a place we've been kind of doing stuff here for a while,
Absolutely.
and since we've been doing stuff here for a while, it's like perfect opportunity.
Yep.
I mean, people have been kind of asking to, you know, expand whole Axialfest
For years and years and years and years.
and so since we've been used to this place, it was perfect fit. I
Yeah.
mean, it really is a perfect fit for Axialfest.
Yeah, we came through and did a couple visits. Like you said, we've done some of our product videos here, so we kind of knew it was here, but when we decided, well, let's take a look for a new location in the Midwest for Axialfest. It's only an hour and 5 minutes from our corporate headquarters. So we came over here and kind of checking stuff out, and we're like, wow, this is like the scale terrain for 10 scale crawlers.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. There's so much other stuff you
Oh,
can
yeah.
do. I mean, you have side by sides. If you have a full scale rig and a guy stuck over there in a full scale rig,
car.
oh, he's stuck.
Absolutely.
Campground's nice. They have cabins available too on site.
Very
I
nice.
mean, it's super nice place here. Just, I mean, the one thing is we've always talked about is 800 plus acres, and it's out in middle of Indiana, out nowhere.
Middle of nowhere.
I mean, as you're driving in, you're like, oh, they don't have anything out here. And it's like, bam, here it is. The trails are endless. I mean, and the way we have it set up, well, wait, we had something. G Crew did a lot of the putting down the actual markers. And the way that, you know, everything's set up in general, it's, you come in on a trail, you come into all the trailheads out there. I mean, it's set up very, very nicely.
Yeah.
Or you can breathe shuttle.
26 trails, 50 gates each, and then we have an overland trail which is made up of 5 total gates, and it's like 1.2 miles long.
Oh yeah, it's
Ish.
yes.
There's bridges out there, there's suspended bridges, there's water, there's mud, there's sand, there's rock, there's trees, there's, what am I missing? Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
My gosh.
Like I said, you know, this place is kind of a little hidden gem.
This is my penalty.
Next time, keep it in the donut.
I stepped out of the box.
The driver's corner.
Supposed to stay in this.
He's even facing the other way, too.
I was dancing in the grass, I think, over here somewhere.
Tony, you better catch up. All right, drivers, are you ready? On the sound of the tone. And here comes Tony through the mud. There goes Tony stuck in the mud.
I'm done. Alrighty, we're walking back after the races. I took a win in the 2.2 Open, which is super exciting, super fun, and my bomber, well, I got penalized because I stepped out of the donut, but then I didn't do very well. So it was dead in the water for real. Right at the beginning, we gave it a push start, a little bit of acceleration, and she was running again. So we're gonna have a little fun with it and just play around. Afterwards, hit the CCx24 course, get them out with the boys and have some fun. That's what this is all about, right? Having fun.
Trails are epic. I mean,
There's so much. We did 5.2 miles yesterday. That was nothing. That wasn't even like half the courses. Dude, it was a blast, man. Freaking course was set up. Super epic. SCX 24 course. Beyond awesome. The little C10 running out there.
Hey guys, how's it going?
With Proline here.
That's right.
And you had a bunch of awesome tires out, leaving black marks on the rocks here at the quarry.
Yeah, that's right. Well, if they were dry, if they were muddy, then they left mud marks and they climbed up the rocks anyway. But what a great event, and it was just so much fun to see all of you guys, and we're here for you guys, and that's really what this whole hobby's all about: the community and just being together, camaraderie. And that, you know, that's what makes it so much fun. That's what makes it so rewarding for a lot of people here, really, I think.
And I gotta tell you guys, both of my rigs you saw out here were running in Proline tires. The Hyrax on the Capra and the BF Goodrich mud terrains, like the ones I got scale on my 1-to-1.
Yeah, that's right.
Made by these guys. They hooked up in the dirt, the mud, and on the rocks. Alrighty guys, that is our wrap for Axialfest 2020 at the Badlands Park. Getting ready to go to the little ceremony that they have here at the end. But we had a great time at both the Badlands Park doing off-roading with the 1-to-1. And again, shout out to Brian for helping us out the first time on the trail, getting us acquainted with the trails and what our truck could actually do, the Jeep. And yeah, it was awesome. So now it's time to go have a little bit of festivities, then pack up and hopefully be here again next year. So again guys, thanks for tuning in for the coverage here at Axialfest Badlands 2020. Have fun RCing, get out there and you RC, all right?
Wow, it's been quite the weekend. Axialfest Badlands 2020.
Thanks for coming out. Especially right now, thank you for coming out. It isn't easy to get anywhere right now. We all came over from Illinois, and it's not easy to get out of that state right now. But we do really appreciate it, and to hear you had a good time, that's why we do this. This is our job. Like Andy said, it's not lost on us that you guys came out here, and you know, you spend your precious time, you spend your hard-earned dollars, and you came out and you know, hung out in the hot heat for us. But I think this is well worth it. I wouldn't have wanted to be anywhere else. So thanks again on behalf of everybody at Horizon. We really appreciate you all being out here.
For those of you that didn't make it out there to see the rock race, it's different than anything else out there. All the drivers have to stay within what's called the driver's donut. So let's say the driver's donut is the cones and the table here. The drivers has to stay here, even though the course might go out there a ways and up and down and around. The winner of the 2.2 class, I don't know if it was in the 2.2 class, but he's used to filming while he drives, not paying attention, and we found him way outside the donut.
Yes, outside.
But the man can wheel a 2.2, and that's why he's in first place. Tony CC, come on up. One of the difficulties of scoring the rock race was Brad wanted to go through mud. Yes. And we do it all visually with numbers on the hood. And that first heat that went, as soon as they went through the mud, we're like, probably not a great idea.
So, man, these events are just amazing. Axialfest, you know, it's the place to be. It's so awesome. Axial and Horizon Hobby puts us on, and like, they're so passionate. The Axial people are just so passionate about these events. We couldn't say no. We had to come down here, help support them, help support the fans of Axial, help just support all the fans of RC. We go wherever they are, you know, just a huge fan of these guys. Can't thank them enough for having us out. We saw so many kids and so many parents bringing their kids out and handing them controllers and letting them get out there on the trails. The Axial is like making fans for life here. They just did a phenomenal job.
Let's go racing on the sound of the tone.
All right, so right off the bat, I decided to just hang back because in the other races I'd watched and been a part of, I noticed that a lot of people kind of wrecked into each other and rolled over, and so I was kind of just trying not to be in the mix of stuff, especially through that first blind corner. And so actually right here, you're not going to even see my car for a minute because I'm setting myself up for the big, you know, straightaways that are coming up ahead, looking over my shoulder as I do it. So my controller's still pointing over here, even though I'm not there yet. So here's everybody coming into the mix. There's me getting into the mix a little bit, but kind of waiting, and then they all go off to the side. I squeeze through and take the lead, and at that point I can kind of go at whatever speed I want, get the gas a little bit because I'm not in the mix and I'm not going to possibly hit somebody and flip over. So I try and get out to the lead. Of course, this area, one, trying to stay inside the donut because I'd messed that up, and two, it's blind and there's debris back there that they put down to roll you over. Get through. My diffs are just clicking. When I hit the mud and it's forcing, or any big hills, I could just hear that rear diff. I mean, it was just, I don't even know. I haven't opened it up yet, but I have a bad feeling about what's going on there. But yeah, in here at this point, it's just try to stay on four wheels. And the terrain is not super obvious from this video, being an iPhone on my controller as I'm driving, but it was really tricky. Lots of rocks to roll you. The angles of some of those hills that they put us through was pretty insane, and this was also in reverse to what we'd done before, and I didn't get to practice it because of my other truck being out of commission. But awesome race that they put on. Thank you, Axial, for an awesome weekend, and we will be back.